Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm so excited because we have Joy Wade here with us. Hi Joy.
Hi guys, hi.
And Joy is like the mastermind behind getting into your dream college. And I know so many of you are freaking out about what school to go to and how you're gonna, get a great score on your SATs and write your college essays. She has the answers for you. So I wanted to make sure that we got her to the Intern Queen headquarters to film a video with us, and I'm excited to hear her tips. So Joy, first tell us your story.
So I went through the college process not too long ago. I'm only a freshman in college. I currently attend the University of Southern California, and I'm majoring in journalism. But before I got to USC, I was in your position. I had to go through the college process, I had to take tests, I had to fill out applications and write essays, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I'm a first generation college student, so my parents couldn't really help me on the college side, so I took it upon myself to research and learn about the process. And really, I think one problem a lot of students have is that they'll fill out the application without knowing anything about the school. Maybe their parents told them to apply, but I really had to do that for myself. So I applied to 9 schools and I got into 7 of them, and I also received 3 full tuition scholarships to USC, the University of Miami, and New York University. So
Whoa, right? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I chose USC because it was just the perfect match for me, and I'm really happy where I am now.
So we have so much to talk about. So first of all, let's just talk about time management, because on the Intern Queen channel, we're obsessed with just how to be the best you that you can be and manage your time appropriately.
Right.
So you started school this past fall, 2016. So looking back at like 2014, 2015, when did you start researching and when did you start the application process?
Right, so well, you can't really start applying to colleges until your senior year, but that doesn't mean that you can't start researching, building a list of schools that you're interested in, and those are the things that I started doing my junior year. So I would just talk to my guidance counselor and see what schools they thought would match me. And one problem I had was I lived in a small town and everyone went to the same 3 schools, so I really had to take it upon myself once again to say that I want to go big and go to a really nice school that I'm interested in for my major that I was interested in. So when you're searching at the beginning, it's going to be very overwhelming. People are going to tell you where you should go to school, but I think you should just make a short list of what things you want to find in your dream school, whether that's a major that you want them to have, whether it's you want them to have a big sports life, whether you want a very small environment where you have small classes, just things that you think will help you benefit over 4 years.
So it sounds like people need to start planning early. I like what you said about not having to start your senior year in high school. You can actually start before then.
Right.
And then I really like what you said about making a list of what you're looking for and what's important to you, because I get it. You definitely have people whispering in your ear saying, you need to go to this school or you need to go to that school. So let's say someone, I feel like when you're applying for colleges, you tend to get a lot of stuff in the mail, right? You get all these pamphlets from all these different schools. Let's say someone's looking at a pamphlet for, I don't know, a school that, no one's heard of before. Their parents haven't heard of it, but it looks really cool. How can you find out more information about what it's actually like to go to that university?
Yeah, so that is one thing I struggled with, because a lot of people in my family didn't go to college, so I would mention a school and they'd say, oh, I haven't heard of that, unless it was like an Ivy League. So if you find a school that you want to learn more about, there are many ways to go about it. So obviously the school's website, they'll have admissions info and things like that, but going to a school's website or a college organization's website doesn't really get you a perspective of what it's like to go there. So what I did was I would go on Twitter and I would use the search bar to type in the name of the school, or I would type in I just got admitted to this school, and then tons of students who are bragging about the school they just got into have tweeted that. So you can send them a direct message and say, hey, I'm looking to apply here. How's your experience been? Do you have any tips for the application process? So that's what
a really good idea. I love that, and a really clever way to use Twitter.
Yeah, so that's the way you can talk to actual students, especially if you can't visit every school that you want to go to, and you want to talk one-on-one to some people who go there.
And then any tips on acing the actual, like, in-person college interview?
Yeah, so some colleges will require or recommend that you do an interview in person. So I had to do one interview, and that was for USC, and I also had to do an over-the-phone interview for another school. So going to an in-person interview, you want to make sure that you know yourself, and you also want to make sure you know the school. So the interview is a way for them to get to know you personally, so they are not really going to ask you a lot about your test scores or your grades in school, because they can see that on paper. So you want to go into your interview knowing your extracurriculars, knowing what you've done while you've been in high school, and knowing why you're a candidate to gain admission to the school. And you should also treat your interviews as a chance to get scholarships, because in the back of their heads, they still have to fill some scholarship slots on their list. So if you really outshine other candidates, you can be up for a scholarship.
That is such great advice. So my biggest regret, looking back at my college experience, was that I just didn't open my eyes wide enough. I wasn't looking at all of these great schools that we have. As a college speaker, I've gone around to so many different campuses, and whenever I go to a really small liberal arts college where the professors actually know the students' names, I'm like, oh my gosh, why did I go to I went to the second largest university in the country, which was great, but I'm thinking, why didn't I apply for these schools? Why didn't I know about them? So if I could go back and do the college process all over again, I would definitely just do my research and look at more places, because like you said, we tend to be swayed by the people in our lives, no names, right? But I would definitely encourage everybody to do your research, and there are so many really cool schools out there catered to all kinds of individuals. So Joy, your stuff is amazing. I hope all of our subscribers check out Joy's channel. Just type in Joy Wade. We'll put all of her information below. And then we are doing a giveaway. Joy, do you want to tell everyone about your book?
Yeah, so I did happen to write a college admissions guide at the end of my senior year, and it's titled You Got Into Where. So this book will cover many of the things we talked about today, but it also goes in depth to forming your college list, filling out those applications, and it also has copies of my admissions essays and a sample activities resume.
Oh, that's so cool that it has all that stuff in it. So everybody needs to read this book. We're going to get everybody here into their dream college, just like Joy. That's going to be our goal. So comment below, and that's how you'll be entered in the giveaway, and we'll pick a winner very soon. So thanks everyone, and please follow Joy on all of her platforms, and again, we'll link it below. Bye guys.
Bye.